You intend to invoke your Fifth Amendment right as to any question that the subcommittee may ask you on these subjects today.
I was not aware of that transfer before it was made, so I would not know that.
I was away for the majority of that week, and I apologize in advance if I'm unable to add a great deal of detail.
Well, sir, my responsibility was to oversee the global finance function. I was not responsible for...
I know what you weren't responsible for. I read the testimony. Apparently you weren't responsible for anything. How am I supposed to ask you questions if none of you apparently knew what was going on? Apparently no one did anything wrong, but there's $1 billion missing. That's fair enough. I appreciate your consistency in having nothing to add to this discussion. This hearing, after reading this testimony and listening to you, reminded me an awful lot of a hearing we had on this committee, I don't remember how many years ago, on Enron.
I must respectfully decline to answer on Fifth Amendment grounds all the questions of this committee and subcommittee.
Will you invoke your Fifth Amendment rights in response to all questions here today?
Yes, I will.
I respectfully decline to answer the question based on the protection afforded me under the Constitution of the United States.
No matter how much things change, how much stays the same. So what does that say about the progress in stopping these kinds of frauds in the financial system as they progress to new, seemingly worse levels, and with more and more politically connected people and more consolidated power of too big to fail banks and the alumni they produce behind them?
I also think, by the way, if a big bank ever went down and ever cost the taxpayer, charge it back to the big banks. We took a $2 billion loss, and we made it clear it could get worse before it gets better. You know, it could be volatile by $1 billion possibly. We made a terrible, egregious mistake. There's almost no excuse for it.
That's JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon talking about big trading losses that JP Morgan has, of course, sustained. And, well, it turns out they knew about the risky trading practices of this trading group as long as 2 years ago.
These days, nobody's making more and spending more than the button-down badasses of Wall Street.
When you work on Wall Street, your base salary is meaningless. Your entire compensation comes on one day when your boss hands you a piece of paper and says, "Congratulations, there is your number."
2006 was a record year for Wall Street bonuses. $36 billion was given out, and that's up from the record in 2005, which was over $20 billion.
You heard right. $36 billion. That's how much the top 5 investment firms lavished on their employees in bonuses last year alone.
It's going to crash, and it's going to fall pretty hard because markets are ruled right now by fear. Investors and the big money, the smart money, I'm talking about the big funds, the hedge funds, the institutions, they don't buy this rescue plan. They basically, they know the market is toast. They know the stock market is finished. The euro, as far as they're concerned, they don't really care. They're moving their money away to safer assets, like treasury bonds, 30-year bonds, and the US dollar. So it's not going to work.
We keep hearing that whatever the politicians are suggesting, and admittedly it's all been rather woolly so far, isn't right. Can you pin down exactly what would keep investors happy, make them feel more confident?
That's a tough one. Personally, it doesn't matter. I'm a trader. I don't really care about that kind of stuff. I go with what if I see an opportunity to make money, I go with that. So for most traders, it's not about, we don't really care that much how they're going to fix the economy, how they're going to fix the whole situation. Our job is to make money from it. And personally, I've been dreaming of this moment for 3 years. I had a confession, which is I go to bed every night, I dream of another recession. I dream of another moment like this. Why? Because people don't seem to maybe remember, but the 30s depression, the depression in the 30s, wasn't just about a market crash. There were some people who were prepared to make money from that crash. And I think anybody can do that. It isn't just for some people in the elite. Anybody can actually make money. It's an opportunity. When the market crashes, when the euro and the big stock markets crash, if you know what to do, if you have the right plan to set up, you can make a lot of money from this.
If you could see the people around me, jaws have collectively dropped at what you've just said. I mean, we appreciate your candour, however, it doesn't help the rest of us, does it, or the rest of the Eurozone?
Say this, listen, I would say this to everybody who's watching this. This economic crisis is like a cancer. If you just wait and wait thinking this is going to go away, just like a cancer, it's going to grow and it's going to be too late. What I would say to everybody is, get prepared. This is not a time right now to wishful thinking the government is going to sort things out. The governments don't rule the world. Goldman Sachs rules the world. Goldman Sachs does not care about this rescue package, neither does the big funds. So actually, what I would actually tell people, I want to help people. People can make money from this. It isn't just traders. What they need to do is learn about how to make money from a downward market. The first thing people should do is protect their assets. Protect what they have. Because in less than 12 months, my prediction is the savings of millions of people is going to vanish. And this is just the beginning. So I would say be prepared and act now. The biggest risk people can take right now is not acting.
Alessia Rastani, thank you very much for talking to us.
Do you dream about the economy at night?
I try not to.
Yeah.
Nightmares. Thank you.